Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. Okay, getting right into this. I posted I posted a recording on my affliction disorder disease. I have idiopathic epidermal small fiber neuropathy, and I talked about what's working for me. All right, and that is stem cells, exercise, diet, and mental imagery, visualization. Okay, now I knew this would be controversial, right? It's not like it's not like I'm saying, oh, you do this and you could cure any disease. What I said in that video is that every disease at root, there is some psychosomatic component. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. Listen, there are children born with the most horrible diseases. Like, there's no mental there's no sort of correlation or causation with some child who's born with Tay-Sachs disease, all right? So I totally get that, and I'm trying to be sensitive to all this. I'm just telling you my story. I'm speaking from the heart. Okay, so I understand the false hope. This is very serious. So I have a very good friend, someone I met on social media like a couple of years ago. And I've never met her in person, but we are good friends. And she will give it to me. You know, if she doesn't like what I say or whatever, and she has this horrible disease and she's struggling. And of course, I'm not going to give her name. I'm just going to some of the bullet points here. She has something called NF2. It's a neurological genetic disease, and it's totally ruined her life completely. It's horrifying. Okay, so let me just go back here. So she says, and I told her to post this, like, please, I want to see all comments. Post this in the comments section. Please, I want other people to see this, right? Okay, so she says, are you an MD? If not, then I respectfully suggest you stop dispensing medical advice. I'm not, listen, and by the way, I could say that I have a disease, a disorder, and I'm just telling you what has worked for me. And I've said right away, I am not a doctor. Am I dispensing medical advice? No. It's my opinion. And let me get on. I'm going to get more into this in a couple of minutes. But these fucking doctors, like, fuck them. You know, like, who are they? They're not gods. They're people. They're human beings. Listen, I respect these people. Let me just, like, my experience with these doctors, I'm not going to give out names. That wouldn't be cool. But yes, that's right. I don't have a medical degree. I didn't go to medical school. But my neurologist, I knew more than they did. Let me repeat that. It wasn't even close, quite frankly. And I know that sounds silly and outrageous and all this, but you know why? Because I'm the one who has this. They go home, they see patients, 5, 6, 7, 15, 20, next. They're not reading the journals. I mean, the good ones are, but the doctors that I saw, they're not on top of this stuff. I was talking, my last doctor, we're looking at, the muscle biopsy, we're looking at MRI, the EMG, nerve conduction study results, and we're going down, and I could not believe how ignorant he was. He knew some stuff, but it was like, wait a minute. I go, dude, you're the fucking doctor. I'm the patient. I'm being respectful here, but I know more than you do. And that's just me. I'm on PubMed. I read all these medical books because I'm the one who's sick. I'm the one living with this. It doesn't go away 24/7. So 3 things. I have a doctor. I have a new doctor in Manhattan, and I'm going for my 4th stem cell treatment, and it's working for me. Diet and exercise. What do you want from me? Okay? I'm not selling snake oil, and I understand the false hope. So let me just go on with this. All right. Okay, and then like she's saying that this could land you in boiling water, like dispensing medical advice. I'm not. I'm telling you my story. And then it says, if you believe that one can cure oneself by using diet, stem cell therapy in one's mind, I have a bridge to sell you. Bridge to sell you. I totally understand that. Listen, your child has Tay-Sachs disease. It's fucking gross. I totally understand that. You know, and here we go. So, you want your viewers to believe this rubbish? Okay, then where are your medical sources? I totally agree. I don't mean some sham doctor thinks there's a psychosomatic component to every illness. Well, I believe there is. Now, you may disagree with me, but I believe there is. Again, children with diseases, totally. Like some kid born with muscular dystrophy or, like I said, Tay-Sachs. I know. I understand that. I understand why you'd be fucking pissed, you know? And then she goes on, she says, I have a genetic disorder for which there's no cure. You say diet, stem cells, and my mind can cure me? It's utter hogwash. I totally understand why you would say that. There's a mutation in all my cells on chromosome 22. Exactly. You know, I did a video earlier on Down syndrome. You know, that's a genetic chromosome thing. So you can't think yourself, well, like diet, exercise, and meditation is not going to cure. It's a fucking silly thing to say, but your Down syndrome. I know. I really don't want to throw out false hope. I really don't. And I totally understand why people would be pissed off. And you know, so let me just put this down here. Listen, the one thing I learned when I got sick 5 years ago, I started getting symptoms in March and April of 2014. I had an accident in August of 2014, and then I had symptoms afterwards. I had broken my back. The symptoms persisted. I'm not going to repeat myself. And I thought these doctors were way better gods, right? Medical school, 12 years. You have an undergraduate. Plus, you have to be the smartest of the smart. Medical practice, graduate medical school, internship, and you don't start really getting into it until you're almost 30 years old. Listen, I didn't go to medical school. I totally get that, but they're just human beings. They're just people. And when I was just shocked, like, oh my God, you don't know anything. I wouldn't say anything, but especially when it comes to neurology, there's no cure for this stuff, people. There's nothing there. Nothing. You have, these horrible neurodegenerative diseases, ALS, these genetic disorders. Don't even bother going to the neurologist. I wasted all my time. I wish the first thing I should have done was go right to stem cell. Maybe I had to go through all this. Those doctors did nothing but want to write out scripts for pain, like gabapentin. So listen, I respect you. You're a medical doctor. You have background, experience, and training, but you're a person just like me. You're not a god. And if you read, there's a great book by Dr. Bernie Siegel who talks about this at length. And I think the name of the book is, I don't know, but go on Bernie Siegel, go on Wikipedia, whatever, look him up, look at his books. And he said, I was a terrible doctor starting out because I had this God thing, like I'm a God and I'm the doctor and you're the patient. And he was oncologist too, oncology surgeon. He's seen many patients die. And then he said, I am fucking up. I was not listening to my patients. So there's a relationship, doctor-patient. Like I learn from my patients. I learn we're in this together. Every single procedure is a joint thing. It's joint. And other people who are in there, the experts, have a conversation. What Dr. Siegel says and what he stresses and emphasizes is this patient-doctor relationship. So that's all. I hope I'm clear. And I understand this person who's mad at me. I totally get it. And I'm frustrated myself. I still have this thing. I'm not well, but I have hope. I do have hope. And I'm doing whatever I can. And don't put these doctors on a pedestal. They're just human beings. It's your disease, people. It's your thing. You know your body better than the doctor. And now we have the internet and all this. So you should be part of any sort of procedure that you have in any decision. Okay, so I'm going on for like 10 minutes. I think I blew my load on this, and I hope this makes sense. Okay, so good books, good friends, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding.